Hello, my YouTube friends. Well, it's been a couple of days. Let me give you some updates on where we are. We've made quite a bit of progress. I'm excited. I had a friend tell me today, she said, I'm an adrenaline junkie, so I'm kind of jealous of you guys just jumping off and doing something crazy like this. But we've secured the use of a motorhome. We are waiting. I've got several contacts in, emails, phone calls, and left voicemails of places I'm trying to find long-term camping for the RV so that we can get down there and start working. We've already rented a campsite on National Park, one of the National Park campsites for May and into June, and that's over, is that Memorial Day weekend, and we're going to plan on being down there and actually try to do a service out on the beach while we're there, but start networking, meeting people, trying to figure out the flow and how things are working. So a lot of excitement, a lot of anticipation for where we're going. And so today I want to kind of highlight some of the exciting things about church planting instead of all of the difficulties, which I talked a little bit last week. I'm going to talk about why I'm so excited to be planting a church out in Avon. Heading down to the church, I'm trying to find a picture. I think it's on my old hard drive for a friend. But one of the number one reasons I'm really excited about church planting is because statistically, planted churches or church plants, I can't see past this truck, church plants tend to reach lost people. Now, what I mean by that is that the focus of planting a church is not rearranging the saints. You're not trying to steal people from other churches. You're trying to reach new people and start a brand new church. And so statistically, they tend to reach lost. So there's usually a lot of baptisms. There's a lot of discipleship. And usually traditional churches and established churches, even if they are outward focused, they don't tend to reach as many lost people in the community as much as sustaining what they have and reaching those within the church. There's a lot of churches that are doing well, but church planting is one of the best forms of evangelism. You tend to reach a whole new dynamic of people, and that's who we intend to look for there on the island is people who are unchurched. One of the growing demographic areas are the nones, people who don't have any church affiliation. And so we're going to introduce them to Jesus. I'm not trying to win them to SBC or Baptist Life or anything like that. I am Southern Baptist, and that's the way I'll go. But I want to introduce them to Jesus, and that's going to be one of the most exciting things is doing baptisms in the Sound, doing baptisms in the ocean, baptisms in swimming pools. I'm looking forward to doing baptisms and leading people to the Lord. Thing number 2 that I'm really excited about is, I've said it before in another video, but after being a pastor of a church here, we kind of revitalized, replanted this church, and then it reached the point where it's sustaining. And as a pastor, I kind of got into a comfort zone, and things just kind of work. They just go, and things happen, and that's great. But the way God built me is I love a sense of adventure and riding on the edge. And when we packed up, we sold everything we owned and moved out here to Montana, and everybody said, "You're crazy. What are you doing? There's churches around here that need pastors." But that sense of adventure and excitement and anticipation, that comes from the fact that I expect to see God do miracles. I expect to see amazing things happen. And I can tell you stories from when we moved from North Carolina out to Jordan and what God has done in this church. It's just amazing. And I'm excited that we get to do that again, because a lot of people that we talk to about leaving where we are to go plant, people say, "You're crazy. What are you thinking?" And there are times, I'm going to be honest with you, when my spirit gets low and I'm just like, what am I thinking? Why don't I just go get a job and support my family? But I expect God to do miracles. I expect to have stories to tell about the church that is planted in Avon. And I was just talking to somebody else today, and I said, well, one thing's for sure, my kids will have stories to tell, because I'm not interested in the steady, the consistent, the comfort zone. I want to be on the edge of what God's doing, and that scares me to death, but I think that's part of what I like about it. Okay, today, spent some time on the phone, emails, all that good stuff, but let me tell you the third reason and the final reason for today about why I'm super excited about church planting, and it's just church planting in general. You're starting something brand new. There's never been a church in this little community. Like I said previously here, I had a lot of the benefits of church planting because this was a revitalization, but they had a church building. They had some things that were here. This is absolutely brand spanking new. And for me, that's very, very exciting. Sorry, I was rudely interrupted by my battery going dead. We've been down at the church now, Bible study, and now they're doing worship team practice. And it's dark. But to finish my thought, it's very exciting to be on the very beginning end of planning a church and doing those things. So that's the third reason, and a big reason I'm excited about being a church planter. So with that, that's it for today. See you guys later.